So this must be, what is it, video number 4, where I'm filming with the blizzard. So hopefully that Cinetone hack is coming in hot. The colors are looking good. I'm Brett, this is Mo on Video on YouTube, and no, this is not another blizzard vlog. This is a response video to my previous video about why I sold my Panasonic S1. So today I'll be responding to some commentary from YouTubers, and I'll also be looking at the Cinetone settings once again, along with catalyst browse and how that works with the A7S III. So now with all that out of the way, let's get started. Sony has announced they will be releasing the Cinetone picture profile officially in the A7S III's next firmware updates, so that's good news. The Cinetone settings, of course, found in the also upcoming release of the Sony FX3. So Sony's world domination continues. They keep pumping out these cameras, don't they? Now yesterday when I tried using the in-camera stabilization, it warped a lot. It was very wobbly, and people were pointing that out because the stabilization didn't really look good. It was all over the place. And I wanted to rectify that with Catalyst Browse today and try to use this system instead. Now, I'm not filming with any in-camera stabilization, nor does this lens that I'm using, which is the 20mm f1.8, it doesn't have any stabilization either. So I'm going off what I learned about the Catalyst Browse system, which is you film without any in-camera stabilization, load it into Catalyst Browse, and you should be good to go. So let's do a stabilization test. On the left-hand side, I'm gonna have video that does not have Catalyst Browse applied, or any steady shot for that matter. And on the right side, I'm gonna have the corrected and stabilized video with Catalyst Browse. So you tell me what you think. What do you think? Does it look organic? Is it warping at all? Does it look better than the stabilization I was doing yesterday? Because the digital stabilization I applied in the active steady shot yesterday, that was my usual workflow with Panasonic cameras. You know, you film with the stabilization in the camera and the lens system, throw that into Final Cut, add some digital stabilization, and that was the image to work with. And oftentimes when you would load that footage into it, it would have a weird warpy effect depending on which kind of stabilization you applied. Like take this camera for instance, right? I'm shooting on the A7S III. I've got Catalyst Browse I'm gonna put onto it later. We'll see how this workflow operates, how long it takes. I'm not entirely sold on Catalyst Browse yet because it adds an additional step to the post-production process. Now you could argue that applying any digital stabilization at all in post-production adds another step, but for me Catalyst Browse is another application on top of that. So I'm curious to see the synergy between vlogging, adding the Catalyst Browse later on, and then editing all that together and exporting it to YouTube, what that workflow is going to look like. When it comes to Panasonic, I often think, what if the production line was a little bit different? Like what if Panasonic could go back to 2019 and instead of releasing the S1 and the S1R, followed by the S1H later in the year, what if they had come out of the gate with the S5, and that would have attracted that crowd from the GH5? I would have done it S5 first, then the S1, S1R, and then I would have made the S1H like an EVA 1 body style. I think that would have been a really good way to do things. Because the way it is now, where do we go from here? And there was that rumor back in early 2020 that Panasonic was planning to release an EVA 1 style body for the L-mount system. I believe rumored specs had the camera at 4K 120p, but that was the end of it. There wasn't anything else in regards to that camera. At the end of the day, I'm still with the L-mount system because I started with Panasonic. I started with the GH2, went to the GH4, GH5, S1, then S5. I really want to see Panasonic catch up to its contemporaries and keep going. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and as always, if you found this video helpful or insightful, please give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.